behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We got a great interview coming up shortly. But if you haven't yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell, and you're always going to be notified of any new episodes coming your way. And leave a comment on the comment section if you like. We'd love to hear from you there. And there's contact info in the description part of this video, and there will also be at the closing credits at the end of the show, so we hope you'll stay tuned for that. We have Brandt Parke from Emergency Break from Tacoma, Washington today. A very talented artist, and I think you're really going to love this guy. And we'll get to that in a second, but first, here's another quick word from the Caden Gordon Show. So don't go away. We'll be right back right after this.
The Caden Gordon Show, today's best country mix, is a 2-hour show playing independent and mainstream country music you know and love. Be sure to check it out at thecadengordonshow.com for more information on the show.
Okay, we're back, and with us from Tacoma, Washington, we have Brandt Parke with us today. Thanks for joining us, Brandt.
Thank you, Paul, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, how did it begin for you as far as being an artist in a band? I mean, have you always wanted to be an artist since you were little? Did you fall into it much later? Tell us in your own words.
Sure. I started music when I was 13 years old. I grew up playing sports and doing the whole outdoorsy thing. And then when I was 13, I've always been involved with rock music. My parents, from listening to Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, every family event and just every day at the household was filled with music. And at a certain point, I just wanted to be able to do that myself. So I picked up, I started taking guitar lessons when I was 13 and playing percussion in the school band. And then that eventually turned to playing guitar in the high school band, and then played in the marching band for football games and stuff. And it just kind of engulfed me, man. It just really kind of, it was a purpose that I didn't know I had. And so ever since that, and that was about 20 years ago, it's been my life ever since. And I couldn't be more grateful. It provides a lot of sense of reassurance and sanity, and feeling good about yourself and having a good time with good people and being able to explore a lot of cool things. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure you'll have many years ahead of you being an artist like you are now, and I hope that'll happen for you.
Appreciate it.
I know you mentioned bands a minute ago, like James Brown and so forth. Were they somewhat your your influences, or did you have any others?
Yeah, so I'm proud to say I'm a bit of a well-rounded consumer. I love listening to music, maybe even more than playing music. And so it's very exciting to me, but it started out with Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Eric Clapton, and that turned into, as I got a little bit older, like grunge rock, because I'm from Seattle. So Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, Mudhoney, and I studied jazz at music school, Miles Davis, Charlie Parker, John Coltrane, and it all kind of became this collective. It's almost a mutt of consumption. And I just like listening to music and learning from it, and having the skills from music school to be able to dive into different aspects and different components has really allowed me to be a successful session musician, playing different roles, playing different instruments, different vibes. And but I would say top 5: Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, Soundgarden, Prince, and Lenny Kravitz. And then it all kind of spreads out from there,
Yeah, those are a lot of great bands you mentioned. Like you said, Prince, and Led Zeppelin. They're all great bands, and and as you know, we do all kinds of different genres around here. So I can tell you really are well-rounded, I guess. So,
thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Keeps it fun.
Well, now can we find all your music on streaming? Are you on social media as well? Do you have an official site? Tell everybody all about that.
Absolutely. So I am my own person on Facebook and Instagram. You can find me as Brandt Parke on Facebook. On Instagram, I am Silent D Music. My name's spelt funny. It's BRANDT. So I call myself Silent D as like a solo musician session guy. But yes, I've got videos on YouTube. I'm very active on Instagram and Facebook, and I'm grateful to be playing with a lot of other really great musicians. And so I'm always tagging or being tagged in stuff and just trying to really, keep the activity out there, what I'm doing, also supporting my friends and venues and towns, doing what we can to support everybody. So it's I'm grateful for that. It's been a lot of fun, but a constant job outside of the music component, but yeah, I'm all over social media and just trying to promote the music and the good vibes. That's really what I'm all about.
Okay, and again, you're on streaming media as well, like Apple Music,
Yes, Apple Music,
Amazon Music, so forth.
precisely. Yeah. So one of my current bands, Emergency Break, we're on Spotify, Apple Music. One of my older bands who's just coming back now, Mr. Master, we're on all of that as well. And we had some pretty good attention in Seattle a handful of years ago before COVID hit. And I have my solo stuff as Silent D. And then I'm currently playing with the Megan Story Project, good friend of mine, and another good band called Under the Puddle, who are from the area too. And so I'm just grateful to be playing and supporting my friends and also myself and anyone who's doing their own thing, from food trucks to bars to venues to anything. It's really a rewarding experience.
Okay, well, check them out on those streaming platforms and the social media sites you mentioned. I know that he would love you for that. And we're going to play this song. It's called Blue as Hell. It's from your band you just mentioned, Emergency Break. Tell us a little bit about this song. The video and the song is great, by the way.
Thank you very much, Paul. Appreciate that, man. I wrote that song back in 2016 during a real rough spot in my life. Just didn't really know what to do, was struggling with some things, as we all do. And I felt blue as hell. I was just not real happy, trying to just keep my head above water and get through stuff. And that's what the lyrics are about. And then I fortunately met a couple guys who really enjoyed my writing and the song itself. And we put together this trio. And the video was a few years ago at a house we lived at in South Seattle in our basement, which is kind of creepy, but cool, has a cool vibe. And that band is all about, it's really Seattle grunge. Like, we're just want to add to the whole Nirvana, Soundgarden, really loud, really fun rock and roll. And that's what that is.
Yeah, I figured the term Blue as Hell was probably self-explanatory, and I guess it is.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, you're right. It was for sure. But I'm grateful for it. It got me through some tough times. So I'm proud of it. And I'm glad people enjoy it. And I'm glad you like it too, man. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll get to that in a second. But thank you so much, Brandt, for being on the show today. That's about all the time we have. But come back anytime you want to plug something new. Maybe we'll have you back on sometime.
I would love to, man. Thank you, Paul, for your time. And thank you for having me, man. It's really nice to see you, and love to do it again.
Okay, well, here it is, Blue as Hell by Emergency Break, and it starts right now.